Hey everybody, what's going on? We are out at the new farm, and this is where we're going to propagate that dogwood that we took cuttings with last week. So I'll kind of show you what we got going on. We've got this big 15-acre field here, and on the west side of the property, this is the neighbor's field, and we've just got kind of this, it's not really wet, but it's just this low spot that's already got like briars, some tall grass, some kind of stuff like that. And so this line is the one that we're going to start putting dogwood in. A couple reasons I want to do that. One is just to get this growing up a little bit. I honestly don't know. We'll have to see how tall kind of some of this stuff gets, if it creates like a visual barrier, a screen to just kind of cozy up the field that we have, but also just to offer some browse. So I mean, both of these fields are going to be a big draw to deer, and then once the crops come off, once it's, you know, winter time or late fall, all that stuff, deer are going to be looking for browse. They're going to be looking for food, and if we can give it to them right here along this line, I think that's actually going to be really good for us hunting and kind of keeping them away from the neighbor's like main wooded area. So the spot where we're going to be planting that dogwood is really just kind of on the really wide open side of the neighbor's field. You have to go back pretty far to get to their wood. So I think this is a good spot to not only try to create some type of a visual barrier, but also to have a spot to put some browse. So we're going to get started plugging these in the ground. I'll kind of show you how it looks as we're going. All right, these are going in really easy. As you guys can see, it's pretty muddy out here. It just rained a bunch this week, and today's the first day with no rain. And just kind of with this being, it might be kind of hard to see, but between the two fields, this is just a little bit lower. So like I said in the intro, it's not standing water, but it's just nice and soft. So these cuttings are going in really easy. And guys, I was actually going to kind of clip some of these up into some more ideal cuttings, these big bushy ones, just to get them to go a little farther. But to be perfectly honest, I've got some other work I want to do out here. So a lot of these that are like, you know, they look like a half a tree, it's not really a cutting, we're going to stick those in the ground too. Instead of breaking them up into multiple cuttings, we're going to stick some of these bigger branchy ones in and just see how they do. It might not work, they might die, but you know, this whole, if you want to call it, it's not really a fence row, but this whole kind of hedgerow between these two fields, it's going to take a lot of dogwood, and I'm kind of just going for speed and ease. And if we can get some of these bigger branchy ones to establish, that'd be awesome, because it'll make taking cuttings and things like that a lot easier. So this is going to be kind of an experiment all along here. We've got some really ideal cuttings, we've got some big branchy ones, we've got some really thick ones, kind of like these ones here that are about, you know, like a dime size around. We've got some of your pencil size ones, the more ideal ones, all of that stuff. We're just going to throw it in here and kind of see what happens. As we're going here, check it out. Some dogwood right here. Might be kind of hard to tell, but this looks like a Red Osier Dogwood that's just very mature. It's not super bright red and stuff, but same type of bark and leaves and buds and all that. So that's a good sign as we've kind of worked down a little bit. There's a few taller, you know, trees and bushes and stuff. This one right here is definitely a dogwood, so hopefully this works out. All right, you guys, just wrapped up, and I apologize. I know it's probably gonna be pretty windy here listening to me, but we made it, I don't know, probably close to 100 yards from the woods. So we're about 200 yards from the truck. Not bad for a bucket full of cuttings. And I spaced them probably as best I could, maybe like every 6 or 8 feet. And like I said, we just kind of want to see again. I know I do a lot of experimenting with this dogwood stuff, and hopefully you guys don't mind that, because to me it really is an experiment. I think there's ways you can do it better than what I just did, to where you're probably going to get a better take rate, taking more ideal cuttings, trying to protect them a little bit, whether it's, you know, hiding them in some treetops, hiding them in a little bit of other stuff, using pallets, using fencing, like all that kind of stuff. You can do that with some more ideal cuttings, with some root hormone, all that kind of stuff, and you will get a better take rate on them. But for me, I mean, I literally just planted 200 yards of cuttings in probably 20 minutes. So I'll take that, especially experimenting, seeing if some of these less ideal ones will take, because if they do, man, you can move fast. You can move fast taking cuttings, you can move fast getting them in, and that's kind of what I want to see, because for me to thicken up this whole hedgerow here, you know, it's going to take a decent amount of cuttings, and if I can go fast and kind of just keep throwing cuttings at it, especially because they're free for me, that's kind of what I want to try to do. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, also, if you're in Michigan, like Southwest Michigan area, I've got a buddy, I'll put a link down below to his Facebook market page. His name's Darren. He is selling some rooted, they're not really cuttings, but basically like bare root whips of Red Osier Dogwood right now on Facebook Market. So check out his link. I don't think he ships them, but you can do local pickup if you're local to the Southwest Michigan area. So check that out, because those will definitely, or should definitely, have a better take rate as well, because they are bare root cuttings. You're not gonna be able to go as fast. You're not gonna be able to just jam them in the ground and stuff. You don't want to damage those roots. But if you take a little more time, plug a hole, stick them in, you should have good luck with those. So check out Darren's link down below. And yeah, you guys, thanks for tuning in. This will be a fun experiment. Be safe out there. God bless. And remember, be a sportsman, make a sportsman.